Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do a special reading regarding the Lionsgate portal on 8/8. The new moon will also be in Leo on that date. So I feel like it's important we do a reading and it's, I'm connecting to my guides in this reading. I want to know from a spiritual point of view. And the reason why is, this is all about your spiritual vibe evolving, the opportunity, right? You think the eights, you think about allowing new beginnings. Think of Leo, and in all that energy that's coming, Leo attracting all it desires, like a moth to flame, right? To moths, like a moth to a flame. So this is the time where truly, guys, we're setting our intentions. I feel like I needed to be reminded of this today because I was feeling down, and I just started feeling down. And then I was sitting here and just kind of shuffling my cards, thinking I'm going to do a reading. Which one should I do? And this just came to me that, I need to do this, and I need to remember that this is the time where truly we're setting our intentions. I even wrote a few things down. Set your intention, create new beginnings, and embrace abundance. It's also one of the luckiest times of the year. So we want to be manifesting out of as much positivity as we can, right? I feel like spirituality is moving intensely, just as it should be, and it gives us the opportunity to move with it, right? So this is a great time, guys. What did I write on the side? Oh, courage, pride, honor. Those are the words that were coming to me. So we're going to go ahead. This is for all signs, by the way. We're all going through this together. We're going to do a Mother Mary card just to get some loving advice right off the get-go. I want to say happy birthday, Leos. I have a feeling there's a lot of Leos watching. Some may be born on 8/8. You don't have to be a Leo, though. This is taking on Leo's energy. It's going to be available, right? And then do we take it or not? Well, look at Mother Mary's advice right off the bat. Enthusiasm. Whatever I am most passionate about is the direction I flow. We'll read this at the end, but right away I know it's perfect advice, because this is exactly what the energy's about. Whatever I am most passionate about is the direction I flow. Almost like there's no question, right? What's the question? Because there's the answer. All right. We're going to bring in the light seers. Already pre-shuffled, by the way. But I like to give it a shuffle or two with you here. And by the way, this is energy that is beginning, has already begun. And maybe that's why I'm doing the reading now, right? Also, it doesn't it's not like the door shuts at 12 a.m. or 11:59 p.m. on August 8th. But however, it doesn't stay open long. Okay, so let's keep all of that in mind. I feel like we're meant to. It's interesting with the new moon in Leo, it really is making spirituality more intense. Okay, well, we'll take them the way they came. We have the star. Perfect energy, right? This is your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. This is manifesting. These eights are saying allow yourself to have new beginnings, but you're manifesting them. And this is your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. I think it's like the perfect card. We have the Seven of Cups. Okay, well, that throws a little doubt in the mix. Or maybe you're not sure. Like, like what? I feel like I'm supposed to be chasing something, but what am I supposed to be chasing? And Mother Mary says, whatever you're most passionate about is the direction to flow. Maybe you're passionate about pottery and you love going out and buying it. And now all of a sudden you're thinking, you know what? Maybe I'll make it. I'll create it. Anyway, Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. That's weird. Queen of Swords. We're not really looking at them as people, as their sign, I should say. Of course, we're looking as people, but I think it's more energy. Queen of Swords can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I don't like that she's looking at the Nine of Swords. Well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe looking at it is exactly what I have to do, right? Maybe that's exactly what I have to do. I have to look at this Nine of Swords and why am I in it? What's causing it? It's kind of just like I was saying about my mood. I've been feeling down and this, and I'm like, why? Well, that brought me to this. So I guess I was looking at it, right? Because, it feels like there's a silver lining. This white bird feels like the silver lining. It feels like, truly, it feels like God. However you want to look at it. Nine of Swords talks about unnecessary worry. It can talk about, it may say look at yourself, look at your thoughts, and are they starting to naturally go to a sad? And it's funny because I just like burst out crying just for no reason. I said that to myself. I'm like, there's no reason why you need to be crying right now. And that's what I'm feeling in that Nine of Swords. So anyway, we have the Hermit. Card of Virgo. We have Aquarius and Virgo. Right here. I like that the Hermit is part of the star's energy because I feel like the Hermit definitely talks about spirituality. I feel like the Hermit definitely talks about the dark night of the soul. It's about a period where we're asking the questions, and therefore, if we're allowing, we're receiving the answers. And they're not meant for us to then, it's just like learning from it. You have nines, and that's about the reflection. Like, reflect either back and look at what, are things causing me. I don't know what it means. It means different things for different people, right? But it feels like it needs to be looked at. And I feel like the Hermit does that. The Hermit will go through the dark night of the soul, right? The Hermit's not afraid to look in the dark corners. He's got his lantern after all, right? The star says, I'm keeping my hopes, my dreams, my wishes alive. Some of you, it's talking about your spirituality. And maybe there's something you are feeling called to do, but you are, I don't know, maybe for some reason you feel like you can't. Now, again, I feel like it's you who feels that way. Because I feel like that's what you're telling yourself, but it's not the truth. Because the star opening up this reading, Mother Mary is saying, follow your passion, tells me the opposite. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Four of Pentacles. Some of you could talk about working out of your house. Again, I want to say this is a period of being lucky. Now, is it really luck? I don't know. Maybe it's because of action I take, then this opens. Okay, we have the Fool. I like that. Coming under that Queen of Swords is telling me that, again, because she's looking right at that Nine of Swords. And listen, this may be saying you've been looking at that Nine of Swords long enough now. For some of you, right? It may be time, and I don't mean this rudely. I just mean it may be time to, see it. I feel like you're already seeing it. It's interesting. She's got a pillow beside her. So some of you, it's like when you lay your head down at night. I want you to know that you can control your thoughts. Don't allow your thoughts to control you. Because a lot of times in the Nine of Swords, I feel that there is impending doom. And I don't want to say that you bring doom back to yourself, but you certainly, that type of energy will come back, right? So what I put out, it's going to come back. Here, this is about passion, my dreams, really learning who I am spiritually, and what a perfect time for that. Some of you, these spiritual businesses that you're opening up, again, is saying embrace abundance. A lot of people worry about that. Well, I'm in the healing arts. I really shouldn't make any money. Well, then how are you going to survive? Right? You have to remember that. So this is about embracing abundance. It's one of the messages of this time. So I feel like the Hermit gives you the opportunity to look at that Nine of Swords really from a spiritual lens, learning all that you can learn from it. And listen, what's ultimately the Hermit seeking? Wisdom, right? Wisdom. Wisdom to know better, wisdom to see, wisdom to feel what's in front of me, wisdom to know what's true and, what's false, what do I create, and what is the reality, all that. I don't know. But the Hermit is also the beacon of light for others. So that's why I feel like some of you in spiritual-based businesses, and you may be out of your home. It's funny, all of a sudden I'm looking at the Seven of Cups and how I said, like, about pottery before. It's almost like he's made 5 pots. They're all turned upside down for whatever reason. Maybe someone doesn't think that their work is good enough, and I feel like you evolve. We all evolve. We all become better when we know more, we do more. Anyways, the Fool is the perfect energy, right? It's a time to take a chance, take a leap. Look at that. So, first of all, it's coming right under the Nine of Swords. It just cannot be clearer, right? It's Eight of Swords. Take a good look at just the card itself. It really explains itself. Because here she is looking at herself and seeing that she has a blindfold on and that she, thinks that her hands are bound and her feet are bound and, whatever it is that she tells herself in this energy, first of all, falling under that Nine of Swords, it cannot be good. But the truth is, here's your real self seeing it. And maybe some have seen it for a while, but really haven't done much about it. Um, or maybe you have with the Fool here. But it is kind of like, in our face. All right, we have the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. The Six of Cups, first of all, talks about treasured memories. Memories that when I think of them, they fill me with a sense of joy, not dread. I don't know. I don't know why I said dread, but it is, for some, it's a younger time. This can certainly talk about people that were part of our younger years. All right. I'm going to bring these down in front of me a little bit more. It's like, here's the Hermit gaining the wisdom. For some reason, I feel for a lot of you, it's talking about something out of your house. It doesn't have to be. This can talk about the beginning of truly building yourself a strong foundation. Like really building like the 4 pillars that will hold the rest, right? But it has to start with this foundation. So some of you, it's like, here is the Fool. So I feel like this is what somebody wants. All right, anyways, let's keep going. We have the Empress coming over the star. First of all, the Empress is about your creative house. It's also about giving birth to your ideas. It's coming right over the star, so giving birth to your dreams, your wishes. You know what I mean? Like and it's interesting because I would have to say that probably every sign for the month of August had this type of energy in it. Every reading I did for August, it seems like every sign had this energy. So, and it's interesting because I haven't even thought of the Lionsgate portal until today. Like, I haven't even thought about it. There's no way that who's ever in the Eight of Swords is feeling their Empress status. There's no way. Because the Empress is the opposite. The Empress is, she has truly grown from her life, her experiences. It's funny, I just made a post this morning. It's funny how I start to see the patterns and everything, and it said, I forget exactly what the words was, that the quote was, but it talked about empathy, right? And where does empathy come from? It comes from, a lot of our dark nights of the soul and us overcoming them. Some of you are connecting, and I feel like this. It's always, it's to mothers and like grandmothers and like a motherly figure. And I feel like if you're allowing yourself, first of all, some of you may be missing. It could be your mother. You know, you may be missing your mother, and maybe you've gone to a dark place. I definitely feel like your mother is saying no, 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 no. Go back to the Six Cups. Think of, think of the happy, like remember me, with joy in your heart. Um, you know what I mean? And it makes sense because the 8 is about self. I mean, it is an 8, and we're entering in the lion's portal. So I feel like we got to look at that. Um, so this is me trapping myself. I may have a million reasons why, or I can tell myself a million reasons, but the truth of the matter is, you know, like, I don't know, like get into the hermit's energy, feel this connection, and then try to move out of it. Okay, easier said than done. I know that. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Five of Cups. So some of you are, you're missing someone. I don't like seeing the Three of Swords here. It talks about, the pain. Now listen, this is nothing. It's coming. This is, the dagger's already in, right? They're already there. And the Five of Cups puts that in past energy. So, I feel like I'm focusing on what I've lost. I'm focusing on what I've lost, and I feel like our guide is saying, especially like moms and grandmas, are saying, no, 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 turn around, my dear, right? Think of happy thoughts, happy times. And, that may be why I'm doing this reading today, too, because to help you maybe overcome this as much as you can. So you're aware of like what the universe, what type of energy it's calling for. Interesting too, I just did another reading, and it was, I think it was spirit guide reading, and it talked about something, there's a potential that something could pass you right by with your awareness though. And this is the same type of energy. So we have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like saying you gotta get up. Gotta get up. Gotta get moving. Right? I want you to think about the Empress also as someone who, she made the decision not to allow life to make her hard, to make her cold, right? She could have chosen that path, but instead she sees things for what they are, and definitely has gained like so much wisdom, that like, and learning what energy is. And I feel like it's all about energy. She becomes very strong within herself. And I mean this not in an ego type way, even though there's a lot of Leo energy, right? But it could be certainty, it could be secure, it could be all that with the Leo energy. But the Empress, again, she allows herself to stay gentle, right? But she's also strong. And I feel like this is what you have to realize, so that you can see what we all do it, what we create. It's interesting because I feel like the years give us like numbers to look at, and it says what needs to happen in this year. Well, this is universal year 5, change. Why? Because something new wants to come in. It's like, think your closet. If it's filled to the max, you got to clean it out. Anyway, Two of Pentacles is a very grounded type decision. Do I want it? Do I not? We have the Ten of Cups. Wow, it's kind of beautiful. You know, what a beautiful energy. It's completely opposite of the 9 and 8 of Swords. This is love. This is harmony. This is joy. This is laughter. For some of you, again, if you're connecting to a mother, grandmother, I feel like this is what you should remember within the home, within your memories, is the love and the happiness and the joy, that type of thing. I'm not saying everybody had that. I feel like that's just for certain people. Anyway, here's this Ten of Cups. See what else it means, because, you know, there's a question being posed. Like, you know, two paths open up. Could be I can stay on the same old path, or I can go this way. Okay, well, they're all face up. We have the Ten of Swords. Interesting. We have the 8, 9, and 10 now. You know, some of you, I feel like you've cried as long as you can cry. I don't know. Look at this. The World coming over the Fool and this Queen of Swords with the 5 of Cups. Again, the Queen of Swords, you know, whether it's an air sign, I feel like it's all of us, or at least some of us who are looking, you know, our way of looking at life can be through this 8 and 9 of Swords. And granted, you know, it means towers have happened, right? Walls have been built. Sadness. There's, you know, people who are taken, you know, without, you know, our will type of thing. It's all of that, right? But I feel like when we get to a certain point, here's the World, the next portal. Wow, the Lionsgate portal over the Fool. So this reading is really to help some become aware. And I feel like what it's saying is, where do I start? My thoughts. We have, look at that, the 8 of Swords, man. Again, and then look at this. We have the 10 of Pentacles. You know, guys, it feels like just two different paths that I'm going to have to make a decision on which I'm going to choose. And I feel like with these 9s being here, this isn't something that has just happened. This is something that has been going on. And that's why I feel like for some, you know, of course there were towers, but it's my energy, it's my reaction, and maybe how long I've been in it. You know, and for some, I feel like, you know, you miss loved ones, and boy, do I get it. But you're still connected, and you got to remember that. You're still connected, and you will see them again. You just have to remember that. And you got to get back to living. You know, because this, again, abundance, right? It's like here it all is. Here is the next portal, the World. What does it require from me to come in as the Fool, to take a leap? Right? Here is the abundance that it talks about. But the 8 of Swords, I don't even want to go down that road again. You know what I mean? You know, the 10 of Swords being here, it's definitely an energy of having enough, right? Like, I had enough. But you also got to think about what are you putting out? There's no judgment. Like, no one's saying, like, what you're thinking is bad. No, there's only understanding. However, there's guidance to help you out of it, too. Right? We have to have, like, self-awareness. That's what the 8 talks about. Man, 8. A lot of 8s. I mean, come on. It's, like, right in front of us. So, I feel like, guys, I feel like this is just, here's this portal. And I feel like if we've been carrying a lot of, the 10 swords over and over and over again, right? Maybe I think I'm protecting myself, but I'm not. It's saying don't live in fear. Instead, be the Empress that you are, male or female. Right? What are you manifesting? The Empress is manifesting, right? She is patient. She's doing it out of love. And what's she going to do with that seed once it arrives? She's going to nurture it. She's going to grow it. The star is saying it is about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. And some of you, I mean, here is the 10 of Cups. And right off, it's the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, I'm not going to argue with that, right? And what's under it? The Hermit. The Hermit. So, can you have it all? My God, it feels like it. Right here, right now, it feels like it. But it comes down to me. In the 2 of Pentacles, I'm grounded. My feet are on the ground. And what do I want? What do I not want? What feels right? What doesn't, right? The Empress, I know all that, and I can trust that. I'm also being, like, you're connected to your spiritual team, too. Don't forget that. Anyways, I think I'm going to overtalk, so let's read the card. This is why I like reading at the end. I feel like it is really the exclamation point at the end of the sentence. Your question about what to focus upon is answered by examining where your natural interests lie. What do you enjoy doing? What issues stir your soul? Where would you like to make a positive difference? These are your passions, and your enthusiasm gives them energy and motivation to take courageous action. Well, there's 2 of our words. I feel like I just skipped a page. To give us, let me say that again. These are your passions, and your enthusiasm gives them the energy and motivation to take courageous action. Enthusiasm is positively contagious and helps others feel excited and happy. Mother Mary urges you to shine your light brightly. Let those around you know about your dreams, goals, hopes, and aspirations. Smile, share your feelings, and be authentic and accessible so that heaven and other people can join in your enthusiasm. Beautiful. It's just real quick. If my voice is vibrating, I just realized it. I was having back pain too. Sam put I forget what it's called, but it's like 4 pads and it vibrates. And I forgot I had it on. But I just heard myself. So I apologize if it came through the reading. Beautiful. Now I know why I was meant to do the reading. And I, hope it reaches who it needs to reach. I hope it reaches everyone that needs to hear it. I thank you for sharing them. Always I thank you just for being you. I'm not even going to go through the whole spiel because I feel like this is about your spirituality and connecting and trusting, moving ahead. You're attracting to you like a moth to flame, like a moth to a flame. So remember that. I might even make that your title. I love you guys. I will see you soon. I'll see you in the readings. Bye-bye.